blessed evening. It is indeed a great pleasure to be able to come once again tonight to free our mind. Most High, Mother and Father of life, we're thankful and grateful for another day, another time that we have been able to accomplish some things in this day, and thankful and grateful for all that we came in contact with on this day. Thankful for our consecrated progressive community here that is yet a standard. Thankful that we're walking in an ordained purpose as part of the next wave. Appreciate one and all that are part of this great fellowship near and far. May all things be well with them even at this hour. If any log in, it is our earnest expectation that they receive and that they be edified. If any log in for the first time, may they be able to receive in a manner at which they will become a part of what we are doing here. Notwithstanding, if any are on the way here, we're thankful that they'll make it here safely without incident. As we go forth to free our mind, help us as we look to help others and one another. In all things we are grateful. In all things we are yet understanding that at such a time as this, the truth is more important than just talking. Ashe and amen. If any would like to share or testify, this is your time to do so before we go into the rest of this evening. going to keep going. All right, where are we? I'm finding it very interesting that we get to express and talk about topics, and I'm glad that we are using wisdom as we go in the Bible, and I'm noticing how so many people don't realize that they get so offended at something that should have been explained a long time ago. And if they can't take what we're doing on Tuesday, they better buckle, they better tighten up, because we ain't got time to fabricate and play. We're gonna tell the truth. So where are we tonight? Is anybody else logged in? Bless you. Thank you for joining with us for Free Your Mind, where we go line upon line, word for word in the King James Version of the Bible. For those of you that are in traditional churches, we're not against ministry, we're not against church. We are a ministry, and we believe in righteousness, not religious. And some things you're going to hear, you're probably going to say, what Bible they in? We're in the Bible they won't let you read, they won't let you look in. Watch yourself, because we're going to try to bless one another and learn. Free your mind. Free your mind. So where are we tonight?
Numbers 14.
Numbers 14. If any preachers that log in, I'm going to constantly, I decided, since they like talking about quoting this and quoting that, I'm going to constantly ask preachers questions that come on here, because they need to understand and realize the truth is better than what we've been doing. I don't care how long it had a hold on people. I don't care what kind of effect. I don't care what kind. Your belief system, believing and knowing ain't the same thing. So we're going to keep doing what we do. Numbers 14?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
And all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept that night. And all the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron. And the whole congregation said unto them, would God that we had died in the land of Egypt?
Again.
Or would God we had died in this wilderness? And wherefore hath the Lord brought us into this land to fall by the sword, that our wives and our children should be a prey? Were it not better for us to return into Egypt? And they said one to another, let us make a captain, and let us return into Egypt. Then Moses and Aaron fell on their faces before all the assembly of the congregation of the children of Israel.
You know we did this already.
We did?
Yes. Yes, we did. We talked about this. With them wanting to go back to Egypt.
Okay.
They do that in church now when stuff ain't going right. And it's funny how mentally all it takes is for one person to have something happen. And that sustained everybody for a couple of weeks off of the notion that they next.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We started Numbers 8, 14 and 8. We are in 14. We're just in verse 8.
Okay.
Apologies. It says, if the Lord delight in us, then he will bring us into this land and give it us, a land which floweth with milk and honey. Only rebel not ye against the Lord, neither fear ye the people of the land, for they are bread for us. Their defense is departed from them, and the Lord is with us. Fear them not. But all the congregation bade stone them with stones. And the glory of the Lord appeared in the tabernacle of the congregation before all the children of Israel. And the Lord said unto Moses, how long will this people provoke me? And how long will it be ere they believe me? For all the signs which I have showed among them, I will smite them with the pestilence and disinherit them, and will make of thee a greater nation and mightier than they.
Excuse me. Why in this story does this seem like you're just dealing with man? Because the mannerisms, the characteristics, the attitude, the persona, the presentation. It's all human. Ain't nothing higher in none of it. People act like this today. We're living in this kind of thing in this country today. They do this kind of thing in churches today. I mean, this is ridiculous. All you know how to do is just kill people if they don't do what you say. Or if they don't go along with what you want to do. All you know how to do is kill them. And you wonder why people act like they act. Now, people can keep on acting like they don't see this stuff all they want to. But I'm going to tell you one thing about it. I'm going to keep on showing it, pointing it out, and they're going to keep on making excuses for it, and everybody's going to continue to keep on chains instead of freeing their mind. This is ridiculous. Go ahead. Every time you look, punishment, punishment, punishment. Now, you said give. When you give somebody something, they ain't got to fight for it. And they shouldn't have to kiss your butt for you to show up and say something. This is ridiculous. And the same stuff going on even today. And people get mad when you point it out. You can get mad all you want to. This stuff is ridiculous. You say what you want to say. It ain't no different from any other religion I have encountered and been around. Ain't nothing different. It's a shame. Everything got to be suffering. Everything got to be punishment. Everything got to be do what I say, I'm going to get you. What the world? Now, if they don't like what I'm saying, log out. Go ahead. That's how the business works. Yes, that's what they tell you. Give them hope. Keep giving the people hope. Keep giving people. I'm not listening. And Tuesdays are becoming more motivational for me because I don't know who else sick and tired of this crap, but I'm telling you right now, I'm not mad at nobody that's stuck in it. I'm not mad at nobody. That's fine. That's you. But if you come at me the wrong way, I'm gonna make you look stupid because this is childish stuff here. This control should have never been in place as long as it was in place, and it's being unraveled now, and it's good. And they talking about, oh, the Bible fulfilled itself. The Bible have nothing to do with the stuff that's going on now. I can tell you exactly why all this stuff going on, but it ain't got nothing to do with what's in that Bible. Because if you read it right, you will see that it ain't got nothing to do with the Bible. Not one thing. And all of them that spend all their time trying to be so educated and point this out and point that out, if you listen to them, they picking and choosing a little bit and trying to tell everybody it covers everything. And some of them don't even pertain. This particular thing here, you're right, that's what happens in church. That's how the business operates. That's how it operates. That's what they're told to do. And some of them that ain't had no formal introduction to how to do the religious business, they just retarded. They just do what they want to do. They sporadic. They really something to deal with. I laugh at some of the things they do because they just show you don't have to say much. All you gotta do is watch and listen. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to debate, just watch. Just pay attention to what's going on. They give you this dumb notion that it's the will of God for you to be sick. I'll slap you for righteousness' sake. Don't tell me to stay sick because this is the will of God for me to shrivel up and die in a hospital bed. Are they kidding me? Look, what kind of church? The real one and the right one. You come up in here, you there ain't gonna be no faking in here. But they lying about stuff. Nah, if it ain't authentic, we ain't with it. What happened next?
And Moses said unto the Lord, then the Egyptians shall hear it, for thou broughtest up this people in thy might from among them. And they will tell it to the inhabitants of this land, for they have heard that thou, Lord, art among this people, that thou, Lord, art seen face to face, and that thy cloud standeth over them, and that thou goest before them by day time in a pillar of a cloud and in a pillar of fire by night. Now if thou shalt kill all this people as one man, then the nations which have heard the fame of thee will speak, saying, because the Lord was not able to bring this people into the land which he sware unto them, therefore he hath slain them in the wilderness. And now I beseech thee, let the power of my Lord be great, according as thou hast spoken, saying, the Lord is longsuffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation. Pardon, I beseech thee, the iniquity of this people according unto the greatness of thy mercy, and as thou hast forgiven this people from Egypt, even unto now. And the Lord said, I have
Hold it. Listen at Moses using psychology on God. Listen to the psychology. I thought you ain't supposed to tempt God. And I thought God is all-knowing. So why is this man using psychology? If you don't do it, then they're going to say this. And it's going to look this way. Aren't we not taught that God don't seek the counsel of man? That's what the Bible says. That's a lie, because you ask Abraham. Well, listen to this psychology. If you don't do it, they're going to say this. These people minding their business. You're going to send these putrid, filthy, wretched folk that you chose above the other people that you had to take people's stuff. And they wonder why people have this idiotic notion that that's how things will go for them. You know how many people have died poor and destitute and without off of this kind of thinking? And they get mad when somebody rise up in righteousness and go in this Bible and point this stuff out and try to get people to free their mind and have a life. They get mad. Oh, God ain't pleased. So God pleased with all this filthy, wretched stuff that go on in these churches. These churches are so rancid and rank, it all smell like piss when you walk through the door. What? It's the same kind of thinking that mess people's life up. From preachers to teachers to deacons to some of the sweetest and nicest people wasted away in a pew. And it's time for it to stop. And they're gathering up people, come to the Lord, give your life. Do they understand what that means? Go ahead. Y'all, look, the air should have been blowing harder. I got a little warm, I guess. Go ahead.
And the Lord said, I have pardoned according to thy word. But
he gonna pardon the people according to his word. According to what Moses said, right? Okay, go ahead.
But as truly as I live,
Hold it. I thought you don't get pardon from sin except some righteous blood be shed. See, I didn't just look in there, I was reading it. Ain't some blood supposed to be shed for atonement? Oh, no, it's at his word now. Okay, Moses, go ahead.
But as truly as I live, all the earth shall be filled with the glory of the Lord. Because all those men which have seen my glory and my miracles which I did in Egypt and in the wilderness, and have tempted me now these 10 times, and have not hearkened to my voice, surely they shall not see the land which I swear unto their fathers. Neither
Stop. If that don't prove that this is a story for the people in the story, if that don't prove it right there, if you listen to the content and the way it's being told in an end time to be read and understood in another time. If you look at how it's going, and this Jedi mind trick where they done twist everybody's mind, I listen to how some people talk, and I'm telling you the truth. I said if I was talking that way, and to my knowledge, I was always different. And I know why. I know why. Don't be handing me no feces, pebbles, sugar-coated and call them Skittles. Nah. Go ahead.
neither shall any of them that provoked me see it. But my servant Caleb, because he had another spirit with him, and hath followed me fully, him will I bring into the land whereinto into he went.
Is that respect the person? Okay, keep going.
And his seed shall possess it. Now the Amalekites and the Canaanites dwelt in the valley. Tomorrow turn you and get you into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, How long shall I bear with this evil congregation, which murmur against me? I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel, which they murmur against me. Say unto them, As truly as I live, saith the Lord, as ye have spoken in my ears, so will I do to you. Your carcasses shall fall in this wilderness, and all that were numbered of you, according to the whole number, from 20 years old and upward, which have murmured against me. Doubtless ye shall not come into the land, concerning which I swear to make you dwell therein, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh and Joshua the son of Nun. But your little ones, which ye said should be a prey, them will I bring in, and they shall know the land which ye have despised. But as for you, your carcasses, they shall fall in this wilderness, and your children shall wander in the wilderness 40 years, and bear your whoredoms, until your carcasses be wasted in the wilderness. After the number of the days in which ye searched the land, even 40 days, each day for a year, shall ye bear your iniquities, even 40 years, and ye shall know my breach of promise.
Listen to this stuff. And you got people whose sick mind push this on people and plow. That's why they had that slave Bible. And the King James Version, as far as I'm concerned, is just a bigger slave Bible. For anybody that's a part of it, I don't care what color you are. It's a handbook of evil and control and manipulation. Because listen to this foolishness. What happened to quick to forgive? They don't get no forgiveness. I'm listening to this stuff. That's where these pastors get their slave master mindset. That's where all these pastors get it from. No matter what nationality they are, no matter what country they are, what setting they're in, that's where they get this raunchy, I'm mightier and higher than everybody attitude and mindset. But all of them gonna die. Because we are appointed to live and to die. So ain't none of them eternal. But that's where they get this. Look at what's happening with these people. I'm not trying to be funny, but if you just listen to what's going on and open your mind, free your mind, you'll realize that story, this is a story that they done twist. To prove it, it's some churches now that don't even use the Old Testament at all. Like the new is so much better. I can't wait to tear that apart. Somebody want to say something? Mm-hmm. 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 That's what it say. Yeah. I wonder if we have anybody that have a professional practice that deal with the mind and the brain, and anybody in here like that? That don't sound narcissistic to you? This is what we doing is good, but it turned into a bunch of bad. At the flip, at any little moment. Any little moment. I'm gonna get you. Like in this country now? Oh, never mind. Never mind. Well, the church say he chosen. The church say he chosen by God. Not this one. We don't say it. Let's go on and read some more of the adventures of, never mind.
I, the Lord, have said, I will surely do it unto all this evil congregation that are gathered together against me in this wilderness.
Hold it. You just found out they was evil? Or was they already evil? Because they're evil now.
Okay, so before when they did stuff, they got it weird. They was swallowed up in the ground. So why are you making a whole generation of people suffer for 40 years for the doings of the older generation? They're hearing them.
Gotta curse them. Gotta curse them. And I know people are uncomfortable with what we're doing, but everybody ought to be doing this. Everybody ought to be doing this, because this is one of the reasons why some people don't have nothing. I can't do that. God will get me. And I'm so tired of these liars talking about the Lord speaking and God speaking. I'm so tired of these folk lying. They need to quit lying. I can't wait for some of them to come up in here with that. Come on up in here. Yeah, y'all, you little curs better be scared to come up in here with that. Yeah, Come here with some Shaka Khan prophecy. You're going to get your feelings hurt. We don't play that in this ministry right here. Whether you like it or not, it's the people supposed to be able to look up and live. And they are being drained and destroyed. And these folks study going around preaching this stuff that's going to have people like sitting ducks for what's coming. That's what they're doing. They having funerals every Sunday. They dress up for them. That's what they're doing, and I refuse. I'm going to tell the truth about this narcissistic garbage. This is a story that you are supposed to be able to take examples from and learn from. There are metaphors in here as well. It's examples from everything from mythology to ancient culture. But what happened was they saw they could control people with this thing. There's not one group that I've been around that don't have a bunch of mess and junk going on in they ministries and churches. And the ones that say they don't, they lying. I've been around the quiet ones. I've been around Caucasian. Listen, mess go on in all of them. And all of them lie every Sunday. From the ones that I've been around to the ones that I don't know and ain't seen. Liars, liars, liars. Now, how you going to this place of bliss and you lie every week? How? I thought a liar ain't going to tarry in his sight. So how you going to tarry in the sight of something that's pure, lying every week? They run in the media and see it as lying. I'll be their vision center and their lens crafter that day. And they got people mad and frowning at us. Bump you and your frown. It's time for the truth. I love how the younger generation is running away from these folk and ignoring them because all they do is set you up for bondage and control. That's all. And I am very happy with the way we bring out truth, because one thing about it, we can say we're doing it right, whether they like it or not. Some people, they'll call and want to talk to me, and then, like I said, some of them, they'll get the information to do nothing with it. So what you want it for? If you ain't going to do nothing with it because you a coward and you scared of these nasty church folk, stop calling me and asking me stuff. Because I'm not changing. I can't wait to run into some of their heroes that are zeros and liars. I can't wait. I don't debate. I set you straight. I'm going to debate for. Everything in that Bible is a story. You can do what you want to do with that Bible. Ain't no church is the same. No denomination is the same. No matter where you go. So they ain't going to tell me this is what they call it. That they lying. Ain't no different from any other religion. And I can prove it by using the same Bible they're using. It tells you, if you read it, it's just like a pun, a play upon words. Let me, go ahead.
In this wilderness they shall
How
be.
many are logged out? Because look, when I start spitting out, it's time for the truth. And people so programmed to this mess. And them pastors, I wish one of them would frown up at me. I'm going to walk right up to them and say, you smelling something? I ain't see you. You see how you lying? And you supposed to be going to some what? See how you lying? Yeah, you heard I couldn't see you. I saw your frowned up face. Now, surprise, surprise. It's a shame. People don't want you to tell the truth. Younger generations, stay away from them. Stay away from them. I don't care what they give and try to fool y'all to come back in them buildings under that foolishness and control, and the young people is being controlled by them. The rest of you young people ought to grab them and pull them out and teach them better, because it's a shame. It's a disgrace, and we are a disgrace to the ancestors for still walking in it. Go ahead.
In this wilderness they shall be consumed, and there they shall die. And the men which
Listen to that. Go ahead.
And the men which Moses sent to search the land, who returned and made all the congregation to murmur against him by bringing up a slander upon the land, even those men that did bring
Now
up the
tell the
evil
truth.
report upon the land, died by the plague before the Lord.
Now they come back and tell the truth, and you hit them with a plague.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Why do they, if it's the truth, okay, it's an evil report because it was not.
It don't line up with what is favorable.
Okay,
just like this government,
just like church.
just like the news, just like if it don't line up with what's favorable, we got to handle you.
Say, well, who?
It's got to be favorable. If it ain't favorable, you ain't talking right. You all in your flesh.
So that's why is that where they get, you said faith. So when they say without faith, it's impossible to please.
Well,
Is that lining up with this part?
let me explain something. That's not mentioned in the Old Testament.
What?
Without faith.
No, I was.
It's mentioned in the New Testament because it's part of the psychology of control that's used. It's part of the manipulation.
Right.
Because you got a lot of people that don't even know what the heck faith is. Trying to use something they don't understand, nor do they have, and trying to please something that they don't even know what they're trying to please. This is part of the control. It's part of the manipulation. Most people, you ask them what faith is, they try to quote faith as the substance of things hoped for and the evidence thing. You tell them to explain that, they get mad. Well, your pastor can't explain it either, so why are you getting mad? Your pastor is just as dumbfounded by it. I don't know what he's talking about. I can explain. You're a lie and the truth ain't in you. You cannot explain it because you're controlled by it. It's part of the manipulation. Here it is, they call it slander. But they came back with the true report. But they called it slanderous, just like in the government. When you don't say stuff favorable, they write it off as slander and try to discredit you. Look how the innocent man put his hand in that water and they brought up this fake prosecution against a former Olympian. And even after it was proven he was innocent, what do they still try to do? Still trying to, I hope he sue the nuts off of him. Because even the church do that. These dummies around here do that to us. They do that to us around here. The same foolishness, they come back with a real report, but because it wasn't favorable, ain't make them feel good, they end up dying by a plague. Now this is a story because all that wretched, nasty, filthy, disgusting, mongrel stuff that get done in this religion, and they ain't dying. Other people dying around them. The same musty, crooked, funky pastor that did any and everything, ain't repent, ain't sorry, doing a eulogy of somebody that lived right. How justified is that? Let me stop for somebody to get on there. Anybody got any comments from the live? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Joshua, the son of Nun, and Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, which were of the men that went to search the land, lived still. And Moses told
You let Joshua live. He went too.
but he didn't bring back what they said.
Go ahead.
And Moses told these sayings until all the children of Israel, and the people mourned greatly. And they rose up early in the morning and gat them up into the top of the mountain, saying, Lo, we be here, and will go up unto the place which the Lord hath promised, for we have sinned. And Moses said, Wherefore now do ye transgress the commandment of the Lord? But it shall not prosper. Go not up, for the Lord is not among you, that ye be not smitten before your enemies. For the Amalekites and the Canaanites are there before you, and ye shall fall by the sword, because ye are turned away from the Lord. Therefore the Lord will not be with you. But they presumed to go up unto the hilltop. Nevertheless, the ark of the covenant of the Lord and Moses departed not out of the camp. Then the Amalekites came down, and the Canaanites which dwelt in that hill, and smote them, and discomfited them unto Hormah.
Let me get this straight. You told what's going to happen, and you went anyway?
Mm-hmm. Well, this the same thing.
See, that's why I told you. This is a story. Try that with the brothers in the hood. They ain't going up there. Try that with the brothers. Try that with the Caucasian people. They ain't going up there. That's why I said this is a story. But In these churches, you can get some folk do some silly and foolish stuff, and when nothing happens for them, guess what? They're gonna be right back in that same building the next Sunday, going through the same torture, the same bondage, the same frustration. No comments from the live? Go ahead. Yeah, they went anyway. Yeah, that's just sad. Well, daughter, that's a case of nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Might as well go on up there and get killed.
If you don't,
You're gonna get us anyway. Might as well go on and get killed. Right?
I can ask a question too.
Mm.
So is the people that murmured, they are a whole, even if some did not, they are still considered a whole. So
No, now remember now,
I'm
he
asking,
know how to selectively get them. Because remember in 11, you got some of them. So the capabilities of not getting all is there. I guess they just went too far this time. Mm-hmm. Right. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. It's a shame. It's a shame. Mm. It's a shame. And people don't like to go into this, but you said this is what we go by.
and how is it justice to impart judgment on someone who wasn't guilty? Why not just
Oh boy.
put the doom on the people that was murmuring, the guilty ones? All right, y'all.
You know they say the good suffer with the bad.
How is that? How is that just? How is that righteous?
Uh-oh. You're getting in trouble with the church.
I mean, because it's righteous because it's God.
Pretty much. According to the story. And they transposed the story into now. If one suffer with it, all suffer with it. We know that ain't so either. That's something else they put in there that don't pertain. It ain't the truth. Now they can get mad about it all they want to. It's not the truth.
And anybody being honest will say that. That is not.
No, they're not gonna.
I say anybody being.
They gotta have a group to pick on and point fingers at. And if they agree, then that make them look bad. So they ain't about to agree with folk that's telling it right. And folk act like they scared of this Bible. I've been up against some witches and warlocks that know how to use that Bible better than the church, and I wasn't scared.
told. There was a Bible in the house. You don't touch it because that's God's word and it's holy. And if you touch it, something might happen to you. And you got whooped if you touched the family Bible without permission. You got beat or you got
Oh,
a
you did?
punishment. If you touched it, if they told you
yeah?
not to, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and you went to other people's houses?
Oh,
And they
other
had
people's
it?
house.
No, yours and other people's houses. If they had it, and you went over there and you just knew not to do it, it's just like that was taught. Yes.
My father didn't play that. My father knew it was a story. They didn't like how my father taught. He was right. He was right. He was right. It's right now. People don't want to accept it, and people. Some of these folk, when I get through with them around here, though, they're gonna realize how stupid they are. Because first of all, you're attacking truth, saying you going to a place of truth. You're attacking what's right, saying you righteous. And you get mad because, listen, I slept on a rug, but I got some thug. I'm gonna tell you, whether you like it or not, I'm gonna let you have it, and I'm gonna tell you like it is. Whether you like it or not, this is foolishness. That's why a lot of people don't go into it, because they don't want to answer questions. They don't want to see it for what it is. But you can't have the old without the new. You got the old and the new. They together. They're part of the same book. And it's what we're doing now, it's a good thing. And some people, they want to learn it in secret. I ain't got time for no cowards. You want to learn something in secret? Sit in the dark when you listen to YouTube. Nobody got time to play these games. This next wave is designed to make sure that the younger generation don't get messed up. And we're doing a poor job because these churches still want to stay stuck on the plantation and get mad at me for telling the truth. You can get mad all you want to. You can stay mad for all I care. The bottom line is this: I don't have time to play games. Now you can keep lying about the church, lying about the Bible, lying about God, lying about Jesus. You can keep lying all you want to. I'm going to tell the truth about all of it, whether you like it or not. This is ridiculous. Just like you saying, you couldn't touch the Bible. Better be glad I wasn't around you when I was little. I'd have turned it over. It have fell off the table. And I'd have got my scooter pie, my hug juice, and went outside. A book. Got people scared of a book. A book. I want you to think about that. That's God's holy word. You're a God's holy word lie. Did you really read it? Did you really read it? And did you really understand it when you were reading it? We're trying to help people get understanding and realize ain't nothing to be scared of. Ain't nothing to be fearful of. Oh, God gonna get y'all. Why is it always something bad gonna happen? All this stuff that's happening in the land now is because of the watchers. It ain't got nothing to do with no Bible. When the watchers assembled, it caused stuff to happen. They didn't come to destroy anything. But when the wind blow, if you're in the way, guess what? The wind ain't stopping. The earth, everything that the watchers are is responding. Look how the earth, all these earthquakes happening. Look at these tremors. Look what's happening to the San Andreas Fault. That's part of what? Earth. Look at these storms coming. That's the wind. Now, Talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, these tsunamis and typhoons, that's the water. Now, and the changes that are happening in the atmosphere and happening because of our environment, the sun and the moon have an effect on it. Now, tell me they convened for nothing. And ain't nothing nobody can do about it. And a lot of this stuff that's going on in this world, we brought this on ourselves, and I told y'all, this country ain't getting out of this. Care what they say and what they do. Too much evil, too much mess, too much being religious instead of righteous and holy done went on, and now stewing in our own juice. Those that have the wisdom to free their mind, we're going to be able to make it. Now, I'm sad to say that a lot of these traditional churches going to make the mistake of saying something to me at the wrong time, and I'm going to hurt their feelings. Not on purpose, but truth. Didn't they say the truth hurts? Okay. All right. The truth hurts. This is a shame how innocent people keep suffering. Innocent people keep getting punished. Now a lie was told to them. Because the first thing was told to them is you're going to give it to them. When the report came back and you ain't like it, you changed. I thought you don't change. Oh, never mind. We ain't supposed to notice that. Go ahead. Ain't nothing from the live?
That's the end of chapter 14.
That's the end of chapter 14? See these big old chapters that they have people scared to read? That's the end of chapter 14. That's the end. Now, anybody got anything they want to cover since 14? We through with 14 of them. First of all, they were lied to. Second of all, narcissistic tendencies show up. Third of all, respected person showed up blatantly. Fourth, we find out that in the New Testament it was said no man can cause sin to be forgiven. Well, we find out that's not true. Because I think the word of Moses was good enough without any other rituals. Right? So we ain't supposed to notice this stuff though. Nah, something wrong with us when we notice this stuff. Now, I'm telling you right now, I don't feel no ways tired. Like I said, I ain't against nobody. But you're not going to try to feed me crap pie and call it sweet potato pie. Now, I'll come to your table to help the people in the building, but I'm not putting the chain back on. Eyes free. I'm like Django. You have to treat me like you're special. I'm a special kind. I'm special. We special. We like Django. Our congregation, we like Django. So we got to treat them like okay people. Hold up now. I ain't say that now. Whoo. Got to have fun with it. Nobody from the live, anybody got anything they want to say in accordance to this great there you go. Right. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. They want to make sure it's God. Right.
Then we'll turn around and tell people, you got to be progressive and you got to well, you just put out this fear in me that says, I got to make sure that if it ain't God, I'm going to be destroyed and I'm going to mess up my life and everything's going to fall apart. How am I going to be progressive and moving forward and I'm afraid that everything I do might be against God?
Right. Uh-huh. Yes. The same foolishness. Right.
must be in the wrong space, or the wrong place. You need to seek them a little bit more. You need to fast and pray. I mean, it's just an ongoing thing.
Now, y'all don't laugh. But how a 400-pound preacher fasting? And and I want to point this out as well because what time is it? Go into 15 because nobody's asking or saying anything from the live.
It creates such stagnation in people's lives. I deal with a lot of people who blame that stuff on their mental health, but it's not.
It ain't mental health.
It's not their mental
You got to free their mind.
health to believe,
Free your mind.
because that's what faith actually is what you contend as truth. That's what faith is. If you contend that it's true, even if it's not true for the rest of the world, it's true to you. So you don't live your life based on that truth, even if it's a lie.
You know what faith is in church? Since this was said. Now faith is and so faith is what? Say that again. Dominated by imagination. You can see yourself walking through that burning house. God ain't tell nobody you're going to do nothing other than in that book. They lying. They lying. They lying. They lying. They lying. They lying. I'm telling y'all, they lying. They lying. They lying. They lying. I'm bold enough to tell the truth. They lying. Because when they were trying, that's why they didn't like me. They could get me to do that. Then you want me to go around and make money for you. Nah, ain't your prostitute. There's folk around here that'll jump at those chances because they ain't worth 2 cents around here. I ain't the one. I done been around someone with a name and told them no. So I'm gonna do a lot of talking outside of this. I'm gonna do a lot of talking on the program, the True Church, because it's time to talk about this stuff. It's time for people to stop playing these games. And people get mad, and we coming right out that Bible. Oh, they done left God. We coming right out that same Bible that your knucklehead behind ain't got enough boldness to break away from. Because your mind all messed up. But you want our mind to be messed up. I wouldn't give a fat monkey on a broke branch on Saturday over an open fire what they think. Because right about now, I'm trying to help somebody that can be free, especially the younger generation, because some of the younger generation is so programmed with this foolishness when they hear the truth. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And some of them got the same mannerisms as these programmed folk with chains on trying to play free. But I'm sorry, I can smell the plantation on you. You ain't fooling me. Like I said, next wave. What's in the next lion chapter?
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land of your habitations, which I give unto you, and will make an offering by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering or a sacrifice in performing a vow, or in a freewill offering, or in your solemn feasts. I'm already tired. To make a sweet savor unto the Lord of the herd or of the flock. Then shall he that offereth his offering unto the Lord bring a meat offering of a tenth deal of flour mingled.
Stop right there. You tell me this don't sound like them crooked churches. You got to keep bringing them stuff, and them funky jokers won't even come pray for you. You got to keep bringing them stuff, then them funky jokers charge you when it's a funeral. You got to keep bringing them stuff, then them funky jokers charge you to use the sanctuary for a wedding. Then they charge you to do the wedding ceremony. Same stuff. Same stuff. And we wonder where it come from. The same stuff. And they mad. You mad, this is word for word, and you get mad at me? Really? This is word for word. I'm in the Bible more than you are on Sunday, Chuck. And you mad at me? Except for the ones that go around quoting it, and they ain't them a bunch of liars and crooks and thieves too. Every last one of them, from the big name to the small one, and all of them full of game. All of them full of lies. And they walk around wearing the best that people paid for them, and they treat the people and look down to the people. Come through here with that. You got such a word from God, and we so wrong, come make us right. We so wrong, but these old cowards around here, boy, it's on sight, baby. Now, you don't have to make up no story. I'm going to give you some truth to tell about me, because I don't do good with fake folk anyway. Now, when the watchers came together, yeah, I received. I ain't used it yet, but I did receive. And I can't wait to use it. One thing you will know, our country will not recover this year from what they started. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Now, try as they might, all that lying going on the news, all that lying going on social media. How you gonna run a country from social media? If that was Barack Obama, how long would he have been in office? That's their champion, that's their boldness, that's their guts. They agree with this man. Even these churches agree with him. As bad as things are, they still agree. Dumb to the death. But I'm telling you right now, them same three countries that I named made a statement today. The same three. And they want our country to know, you started, we're going to finish it. The same three. That man I know he's talking about. Well, just this morning, the same three made it known. And did I not tell y'all he trying to provoke somebody so he can use nuclear weapons? Well, those three got nuclear weapons too. They're not going to stop till this country start getting bombed. Then somebody going to finally remove the orange pimple pus ball out of office. But right now, they agree with him. See, they thought it was going to be rough, tough times for other people. Might as well tell the truth. Good people are suffering. Good people are suffering. I hear you. Yeah. But everybody needs to own up to the part that this is stewing in our own juice. Period. And this country ain't getting out of it. Now, the dollar losing strength by the day. China is putting itself in position. That's right. Now, I told y'all, our country has become the laughing stock of the world. I told y'all our country gonna feel it and find out this year right here. It's been a very bad year. And them government crooks study making money and study pocketing money. Where you gonna spend it at when nowhere to spend it and nobody to spend it with? You can't spend it dead. I'm glad I'm where I am, where I can say what I need to say. I'm glad I'm where I am, because everything has happened that's been said. Everything. Aren't they turning on each other? Don't they have people jumping ship left and right? And they telling lie after lie. Fox News, FOX stand for filthy oxygen. Because every time they open their mouth, filthy oxygen come out in their words. They're the worst thing on television. If something happens here that's newsworthy, they bet not come this way. I wouldn't let them report a talking pimple. We telling the truth about the Bible, word for word, and we getting all this flack. Bring it to me. Bring it into my face. Or call me into your building. I'll stand up against you and your whole congregation and speak the truth out this Bible. It don't make no difference to me. I ain't backing down from nobody. I'll come to your convention, your congregation. I'll come to your revival, your hoodoo, your hoedown, your showdown, your throwdown. I will come, and I don't need no gang. I don't need no entourage. I'll come and I'll use this same Bible and stand and withstand you to your face and make you realize it's a story that you cannot fulfill one iota. You cannot produce nothing from, and it is not fulfilling anything because everything that's going on don't have nothing to do with what's in that Bible. Some of it, man is trying to make it what's going on because of what's in that Bible, but it's not true. It don't hold no merit, and don't. Every time something go back, the Lord doing it. And folk get scared and go running their skid mark draws into them buildings. Like that's gonna stop something if it was true. The biggest thing that book could stop is a door. As a door stop. Like I said, I've seen witches use that Bible better than preachers. Soothsayers use that Bible better than preachers. Gypsies use that Bible better than preachers. Warlocks use that Bible better than preachers. Wiccans use that Bible better than preachers. Freemasons use that Bible better than preachers. So I want to hear. Some of the preachers are Freemasons. So I want you to understand something here, how screwed up this stuff is. I wish a Mason would come here and call himself trying to quiz me. I know your stuff, you don't know mine. So come on with it. Bring your little box with your Bible in it and your rank in there. Come on with it. Ain't nobody backing down from none of this nonsense and foolishness. It's time to tell the truth. Well, we saved. From what? You ain't saved from your own self. What you mean? You got a Bible that tell you the thought of foolishness is sin. What you saved from? What you saved from? It's foolishness to say you ain't gonna wake up unless the Lord tell you. That's foolishness. Some people can't hear a fire truck go past their house and they sleep. You gonna hear the Lord? Don't get mad at me because I don't have plantation talk. Oh, the Lord gonna get you. Which one? Which one? You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Jesus. They're gonna have to quit lying on Jesus. That's all I got to say. First of all, they need to figure out which Jesus they talking about. And after that, they need to figure out what he really looked like. Now, because I believe I'd have had better sense than to make a painting with all the colors of the rainbow on it. So a lot of this stuff that's going on now, people get mad because we pointing it out. And they wonder why we still have a ministry. Because we are a ministry. We're not a religious business. You keep lying on God and you want something to happen to us. You're supposed to be following peace, but you want God to curse everybody. Where the peace at in that? Don't mess with me. I go in that same Bible and hurt your feelings. These people on YouTube, I'm waiting on them. I go in that same Bible. They talking about what the scriptures say. I show you how you ain't scripture. Because that Bible ain't scripture. Never has been. Oh, God gonna get him. Well, you know what? I guess I'm gonna be God then. Because I'm gonna keep telling the truth. Notice how we can freely see this stuff and point out how the dynamic flow over into the church. We got a comment? Huh? Say again? Oh, the red pill? Oh. Well, I guess we did. Because they don't, oh, you done left God. Really? Say that again. Say that one more goddamn time. I dare you. Say that again, Bible zombie. Say it again. Poop liquor, say it again. I left the Bible. I left God. Tell these poop lickers talking about they done left God. Folk that ain't know nothing about church till they met me. You got the nerve to talk junk? Huh? Huh? What now? Oh, we got a question? Oh, okay.
Why did the church keep saying favor isn't fair? It doesn't sit well with me when someone says that.
Favor ain't fair when it's the favor of man. They right. Favor ain't fair when it's the favor of man. They try to tell you what kind of favor they got. They done robbed the people enough to look favorable. Didn't they say they glad it's on them? Favor ain't fair, but I'm glad it's on me. I'm going to be on you when I see you, because I'm not playing with these people no more. They running their mouth. Okay, now the watchers have come, and I'm free and got the green light. I am ready. I will take that Bible and make you look sick, foolish, stupid, and upset and downtrodden. Why? Because it should have been done a long time ago. It's time to tell the truth. Ain't nothing against coming together to believe in religion, all that kind of stuff, but belief and knowing ain't the same thing. And we got a bunch of people that's walk around trying to believe without understanding. They always talking about favor ain't fair. It ain't fair. It ain't fair for the preacher to take everybody's money and sitting up there with snake skins and Versace and drinking his Monet at home and got his hair cut neat, and everybody else struggling to keep the funky, ungodly, unrighteous so-called preachers up when they ain't even worth 2 cents in these pulpits. A disgrace to God, a disgrace to the ancestors, and a disgrace to their whole generation. No favor ain't fair because it's the favor of man. Your cousin will come in off the street, people been there for 20 years, and your cousin just fresh off of a drunken binge is now a prophet sitting up in the pulpit next to you. No favor ain't fair when it comes from man. Favor ain't fair. And they talk about the favor of God. You know what? I'm getting ready to get in trouble now. The favor of God that they talking about come out of this story. Y'all ain't in here. The favor of God that they're talking about come out, where else they got it from? Where else? Tell me where else they got it from. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't lean to your own understanding. They ain't ready, but here I come. You can't, I forgot. You can't lean to your, listen. The favor of God that they talk about is in this story. That's where they get it from. They don't have no, because see, let me tell you what the Lord did for me. And when you finish, I'm going to explain to you and break it down and strip it apart and show you it wasn't no Lord that did it. Because if the Lord did it, why you had to expend all your energy to get it done? You want the candy now, later? See, that was about favor ain't fair, but because they talking right, the favor of man ain't fair. The favor of man ain't fair. A lot of stuff that go on, and if we'll tell the truth, a lot of stuff that go on in church is not fair. A lot of it is unfair. Matter of fact, most of it is. Look at all these victims that ain't nothing never done about. Sunday after Sunday, a bunch of psychology, a bunch of trickery, a bunch of cunning craftiness, and ain't nobody life changing for the better. Nobody life. And folks study pouring money into a cesspool that they trying to pass off for a house of God. What's fair about that? I know some people with large ministries. I know some people whose ministry would be considered mega. I'm not impressed, and it's fair game. If we run into each other and I have to tell you the truth, you're going to get the truth whether you like it or not. I'm not going to debate with you. I'm not mad at you. It's just time for people to understand this is the equivalent of the book by Hans Christian Andersen. Remember that, the storyteller? The Bible, that's the word of God. You're a word of God lie, and I can take you in the Bible and prove to you that that ain't no word of God. Well, the Bible said heaven and earth will pass away, but my word won't. Who said that? In the Bible, who said that? Wasn't that Jesus? And before Jesus said it, it supposedly was said by God, right? Well, if you change it, ain't it done away with? I know it has been said, now I say. Don't that do away with what was said? Now, if I'm saying now, then what was up until that point, it done away with. Don't mess with somebody that's prepared. Go hang out with your church cronies and have a nice day. I'm not mad at none of you, but you're going to find out the hard way that you're trying to go to a place that's supposed to be spiritual, that's made up of a bunch of material goods. Don't mess with somebody that's prepared. Now, A to Z, let's go. I'm ready. It's time out for this foolishness. Younger generations, stay away from them. Don't get locked into these places and put no chains on. If that place ain't telling the truth and breaking that Bible down and approaching this stuff and telling it like it is, stay away from them. Do not trade your life for the bondage that we were living in. Well, I ain't in no bondage. Yes, you are. You took off one yoke and put on another. Who you think you talking to? You still got a yoke on. Well, this one's easy. It's still a yoke. That just hit somebody. That comment right there just hit somebody. How you free if you took off one yoke and put on another? Somebody name a type of Toyota. Okay, name another one. Okay, if I get out of the Camry, right, and I get a Highlander, I'm still bound by Toyota. It's still a Toyota. I don't know who gave us this right to act like we so high and mighty and better than all the other religions when our religion got the same kind of stuff in it, or worse. Like I said, they still didn't explain to me how this chosen one is causing all this chaos. Oh, he's Cyrus. Now they ain't saying nothing because of folk like me waiting on them to open their mouth so I can shut it for them. I ain't mad at nobody, but you ain't gonna play me. All of them with these titles, bring that stuff here. Call me in your building. Call me in there. If I don't prove you ain't who you say you are, I'll stop doing what I'm doing. All you apostles, you prophets, I'm going to show you. Y'all ain't who y'all say y'all are. Y'all a liar. Y'all a liar. Y'all in some kind of sedition and perversion. You're not in nothing authentic and nothing genuine. Yeah, it's a problem out here. I ain't the only one. I'm one of them. Call me in there and see. If I don't prove you ain't who you say you are, that's what's going to happen. We done had two come in here and got exposed, did we not? One called himself this knowledgeable pastor, standing here looking stupid like Tennessee tuxedo. The other one said it was a prophet. Now, 2 down, next. That'd be $8. Who next? Got to have fun with it. We are armed, locked, and loaded. This house is a capable house. We got children that got better sense than some of these liars. And the story and the dynamic of this story has been keeping people locked in for years. And the sad thing is, some of us that open our eyes to it go start another group and put people under their control instead of letting people be free. All these other groups birthed from the church. They don't like to tell the truth. I'll throw this out there. Adolf Hitler started out as a preacher. Got empowered by one vote. Studied in North Africa. The sign and symbol of the swastika was not always a swastika. That came from Africa. It means messenger of God. The lies and some of the stuff that they tell, you need to look into it for yourself and dig and find the real truth. The man studied in North Africa. Everything you hear about people ain't always true. If the liars are writing it, how much of it's supposed to be authentic and true? They're making money off of this stuff. These religious businesses are a disgrace. Call me in there with your little title. All these people talking about they're a prophet and can't give direction to roaches in the kitchen. I wouldn't put them over a dead ant farm. All these titles. I'm apostle this. Really? You're a popsicle? That's what's wrong now. Everybody want to be more powerful and all this and that. But when somebody don't play show up, don't none of them want to fool with that one. This is an equipped, powerful house for a reason. We're not bragging, we're not boasting, we just let you know. Ain't no games around here. And we don't do good with fake folk. You have to understand the dynamic of how the church is operating now. The church is operating now off of the fear of people leaving it. That's what the church is operating in now. That's why some of the churches are trying to get versed in AI, even as we speak. Because they fear people leaving. People leaving means money leaving. Money leaving means they ain't going to be able to keep it going. If you can't keep it going, pastor can't keep getting the money. Can't keep getting that check. Now, I understand you get a check every Sunday because that's your job, but stop calling it a calling. Well, Jesus was my perfect example. How many checks he collect on Sunday? He sat at the money and ain't took a dime according to the story. Now explain that to me, how you following the example, and the example sat at the money, ain't asked for none, ain't took none, ain't touched none. Every time money come up, your eyes light up and you start, your elbow bend and your arm stretch out because you always want money. And you calling it a calling, no, you got a job. Cheerful giving is being thrown out the window. And in Malachi, it was talking to the priests. Read it and tell me I'm lying. The priests were the ones being the robbers, not the people. The people were bringing. The priests were the ones that wasn't doing their part. And it says, and ye priests. It ain't say the people. Read it for yourself since everybody's so versed in the Bible. I don't read it every day, but I'll walk you like a rib. They prepared me for this. I'm their worst nightmare. I ain't mad, but I ain't going to play your game. Are you kidding? I used to be in that system hurting people. You think I'm going to let you do it? And I'm right there? I don't think so. Well, I know I'm saved. Well, tell that to our brothers and sisters that hung from the tree after they got out of church. What you saved from? What you saved from? None of us walked straight after we say we were saved. So what we saved from? Don't mess with truth. Truth ain't got no favorites. And stupid don't come in flavors. It's time for us to understand. You're either going to tell the truth and have folk fall out with you, or you're going to keep playing hopscotch and be a hypocrite. Either way, ain't nobody got time to be ritualistic and controlled and run around talking about you holy. Nothing holy about walking around in bondage with a controlled life. Some good, sweet people got destroyed in these places. Some sweet, sincere people got corrupt in these places. Some young men and young ladies who you trying to bring back in the building got molested, fondled, and assaulted. And you trying to bring them into my God to fix it. You fix it. He's hiding behind something. Cowards, you fix it. They need your help, not something in the sky. I'm ready to stand up to this foolishness. The Lord will help. Well, why you about out of breath when it's over? Give yourself some credit. You got energy and power and strength in you for a reason. Not to turn into a vegetable or invalid or subordinate on the beggarly elements. No, you're supposed to be an able-bodied vessel. Not walking into mind control and calling it church. We breaking down this Bible word for a reason. And it's church folk that'll see it word for word and ignore it and say, them people are the devil. Say it in my face. Say it in my face so I can tell you why you act the way you act and where it come from and walk you all the way down to when you was a baby and do it without even batting an eyelash. And I'm not bragging because there's people in here that can do it. They just don't realize they can do it yet. But guess what? They're about to find out. This is the age of Aquarius. This ain't no time to play no games. All this church, and ain't able to stop a bad bowel movement. All of them trying to build up their own little empire. And when they run into somebody that don't play, they stay away from them. Come in here talking about you a prophet. You're going to have to prove it. Not because I say so. That's who you said you are. Come here talking about you an apostle. No problem. Come in here. Prove it. I don't even want to go into bishop because most of them that say they bishops can't even teach a dog how to piss. And a bishop's supposed to be what? Apt to teach. One of the strongest teaching bishops I ever met is in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Bishop Lloyd Cartwright Sr. Now he teach. So it's time out for the foolishness in the games. Listen, I'm trying to find people that want to walk in the truth, that ain't moved and nervous, ain't in fear, ain't trembling because we've been indoctrinated so bad and so long, we're scared to tell the truth. Scared of who's going to turn on us. I got news for you. They've been turning on you. They ain't going to be on my side. I got news for you. They've been a thorn in your side. They weren't on your side. But they're going to think I'm crazy. They might already think that. You never know. Somebody need to understand it's time to just tell the truth. You need a book to tell you to do right? You need a book to tell you to do right. A lot of them that's preaching to you ain't doing what it say. Do you not know that I can go in that Bible and show you how wrong these people are to travel all over the country demanding stuff before they get there? I can go in that Bible and shoot them down and show them. See what that say right there? You know what that means, don't you? Nothing. If you can you can hear. You know what that means, don't you? I didn't look at it that way. I know you looked at it the way that it fits so it could look like you justified in what you're doing, creature. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. It's now or never. We have any more comments or questions live before we move on to get on out of here? I'm so glad we had this time together. They can get mad at us. We're going word for word. Something the churches don't do. They go and pick and choose stuff. They say they got a revelation. Your revelation is just about as effective as constipation on a Saturday night when you got to work Sunday morning. How about that? We got another question. We got another question. We love questions.
What does discernment mean in the Bible?
It ain't described in the Bible. It ain't defined in the Bible. And the church don't know what it means. The church do not know what discernment means, Sister Tanisha. Great question as usual. The church don't know what it means because the church knew what discernment means. Would we have pedophiles up in the pulpit? If the church knew what discernment means, would we have these young girls and young boys being molested? If the church knew what discernment means, would we have to find out later that the pastor been stealing all the money from the senior citizens? If the church knew what discernment means, I can keep going. If they had discernment, they wouldn't rent that building that they're going to get kicked out of in 2 months because they ain't going to be able to keep up the rent. Oh, never mind. They don't know what discernment is. They don't even operate in discernment. They think they're using discernment when they're not. They're not using discernment. They're calling it discernment. They don't know what discernment is. But you know what, Sister Tanisha? I'm glad you asked that. Y'all know how we do. Kick it, look it up.
The word discernment is actually not in the Bible.
It is not in the Bible. The word discern is there. Discern is there. What is discernment? Let's look it up. Sister Tanisha, great question. Great question.
The Hebrew definition to recognize, acknowledge, know, regard, or respect.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Now the church, they're operating in the first part where it says to know. To know.
It comes from the root word to scrutinize or to look intently at.
To scrutinize or to look intently at. Isn't it funny how the church want to discern folk when they meet each other, but you can't discern, you got a crook up in that pulpit. You want to discern folk sitting across from you on Sunday, but you don't want to discern that whoremonger you got there in the pulpit. You want to discern folk in the parking lot, but you don't want to discern that crony that you giving your money to because you look up to him because you're looking for position. You want to discern folk. They're sitting there with their children, but you don't want to discern that pastor that got 8 children and 4 different girlfriends and 2 wives. Don't mess with truth. Discernment ain't got nothing to do with what the church saying, because if the church really had discernment, we'd get along together, we'd work together, and we'd all be on the same page. So discernment, they think they in to know. But even that's a contradiction. And the ones that do know, they don't say nothing till something happens. Oh, the Lord showed me that. Sit your behind down somewhere. Oh, I saw that 2 months ago. Well, what good is it you ain't say nothing? The church, I'm telling you, a bunch of mental illness all through it. So the part of discernment that they be telling me, ain't no discernment in these churches, I'm telling you right now. Because a lot of folk that saying they prophets are actually trying to discern. And actually trying to guess and fishing. That's why they ask you 5 questions before they say something to you. So discernment, when they say it, they don't know what they're saying. They don't know what they mean. They ain't solid to it. You do all that. That's why all that mess and corruption and muck and mire. How you gonna stand there preaching and teaching in a building that's full of a bunch of mess and you ain't trying to clean up none of it? You ain't trying to help nobody have a better life at all. And folk is okay with that. Folk okay with that. And if they get mad in one place, they hop to another. They get mad over there, they hop to another. They get mad over there, they hop to another. They get mad, we might as well do the hip to the hop, the hop, the hip to the hip, the hop, they don't stop the hopping. We need to hop everywhere. They ought to give you little stickers when you go to different churches. Some people have so many stickers you won't be able to see their face. So when they say discernment, Sister Tanisha, they don't know what they're talking about. But you're supposed to be able to know. It's really being in depth. And they don't want to be that way. There you go. That's what it is. You got to be in depth.
situations. The deep spiritual and moral capacity to perceive the true nature of people, situations, and cosmic balance.
Bingo.
It is not viewed merely as individual cleverness, but as a communal and spiritual alignment with the ancestors, the creator, and universal harmony.
Now the church can't fit into that because when you mention ancestors, they're like a bunch of jack fill in the blank.
Right. Discernment is the ability to apprehend.
And they talking about ancestors every Sunday because ain't them people in them stories dead?
Yes.
If they really existed.
Right. Discernment is the ability to apprehend spirit in matter, to see past superficial actions and recognize the underlying spiritual or moral force at play.
Now tell me the church doing that. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Oh, I'm so tired of people that the Lord showed them after the fact. Well, where the heck was the Lord when it was happening? Or before it happened? I thought warning come before destruction. Why are you always seeing something after? What's your name after? Everybody, the Lord, why the Lord showed them that after the fact? After the destruction come, calamity come, trouble come, mess come, harm comes, fatalities come. The Lord showed you. Well, why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say you didn't want to be wrong? You ain't know what it was. You ain't want to say nothing because you ain't want to be wrong. We don't like missing. They gonna call me a liar. I didn't want to say nothing. Then when they he was right. What? This is not Vegas. This is not shooting dice. You're either solid or you're not. If you ain't gonna be solid, get out the way. The next wave is coming with you or without you. And the way you do traditional is on its way. O-U-T. I promise you that. It's getting ready to become a fad like the bump, the Jerry curl, and the boogaloo flu. It's about to be a fad. Watch and see. Young generation, stay away from them. Stay away from them. They come trying to tell you stuff. If it ain't right, tell them from your mouth to God's ears and keep going. Stay away from them. Avoid them like the plague. Thank you for that. Thank you, family, for your questions and your responses. We appreciate you. I know I come off, they don't like how I come off, but I'm sorry, but not sorry. They created this monster. They should have left me on the porch. You poked me, and now the lion and the panther done jumped off the porch. Gonna be on you like a cheap suit. Because it's time. It's time. We got too many people traveling this country, living off of people, and ain't helping nobody live. Never mind. Let me leave that alone. See, I told y'all I done got one. We got anything else before we get ready to go? Because, man. Did you say Aiken? Oh, yeah? Oh, what's up? Yeah, I'm gonna have to check this. Something need to go different out. Yeah, I'm gonna check that thing. Oh, it happened, but it was demonic. They love to use that word demonic. If the witches use your book better than you, then what's your book? If the warlock use your book better than you, then what's your book? What's your book? Yeah. Oh, what's the question? The Most High is not a who. It's not a who. See, The church trying to claim the Most High now because they don't know. The Most High is not even a person. Most High is not a person. And I'll explain it to you in person because I'm not going to explain it on the live because a lot of people watch this afterwards, and that's where some of them get their message from, but they won't get that one. I'll explain it to you in person, Sister Tanisha, but I ain't going to say it on the airways on the live. But the Most High is not a person. It's not a person. They trying to claim, everybody trying to claim who the Most High is. The Most High is not a who. That's how I know they don't have a clue of what's really going on, because they try to give, how you going to make a who? Never mind. I ain't going to mess with it. The Most High is not a person. Sure ain't. I saw where they talking about, well, ain't Jesus the Most High? It don't say it in your Bible. It lie and say Jehovah is the Most High, but Jehovah is not even a name. I told you Jehovah is a throw off that the Jewish people used to throw off on the Canaanites. It was Jehovah. It wasn't Jehovah, it was Jehovah. When they wrote this, they worked Jehovah in as a name for God and called it the Most High. And where did they get the Most High from? Back where Melchizedek ran into Abraham. Now, if Melchizedek introduced the Most High to Abraham, what was Abraham serving when Melchizedek ran into Abraham? Work that out. Work that out. Now, so which God y'all talking about? Because it can't be Most High. Can't be. And if you come after the order of something, it's over you. You're not over it. Work that out. If you come after the order of something, it's over you. You're not over it. Check that out. Now? No, the Most High is not a person. Sure ain't. That's why they slipped that in there and said, Jehovah is the Most High God. They had to slip that in there. I know why they did it. They're not stupid. Bunch of mind control. Any other questions? Well, we're going to do something we don't normally do. If we don't have any more questions, we're going to ask somebody to come up and make final comments and close us out. Who's going to be brave? Who's going to be brave and do it tonight? Nope. What? Sister Tanisha, you ask a lot of questions that take you in a lot of circles that I'm sure that the church doctrinated you and put you in. How are you praying wrong when prayer is communication? Man said it's communication unto God, but that's not necessarily true. Do people take prayer out of context? They do. They take prayer out of context. And they say, do I be praying wrong? If you praying wrong, everybody praying wrong, because a lot of people can tell you that a lot of things they prayed never happened and never came to pass. So evidently the way they explain prayer and the way they say prayer work, somebody lying. Because every time you pray, it don't happen. Every time you pray, listen, there's a lot that go into prayer that I can't get into on this live, but I will. I don't mind. I will get into it with you because, like I said, a lot of information that I was giving out, I'm going to stop giving out on the live because I'm creating the wrong kind of thing. That ain't what I'm supposed to be doing. No, but prayer, they got prayer all screwed up just as well. They say, so am I praying wrong? That's another thing. I got to make sure I'm praying right. Show me somebody that know perfectly how to pray right. Where they at? Where they at? Look, I know Juanita. Juanita should have gave people their money back. Enough said. Now, they always say they got people locked into praying and ain't nobody making no changes. All this praying going on, but ain't no changing going on. All this praying. They done made prayer a ritual. I know my prayers be answered. I know you lying. Now, I know you lying. Show me your 100 proof positive that every prayer you prayed, something happened. Every prayer. They even lying when they call it 100 proof liquor. Don't you know 100 proof liquor is only 50% alcohol? Never mind, look it up. They got prayer, so prayer's a distraction when you need to take action. I need to put that on the shirt. I need to put that on the shirt. I need to put that on the shirt. Prayer is a distraction when you need to take action. Because when you don't take action, you blame it on the prayer. Or you blame it on God, and God didn't answer my prayer. You should have got off your behind and did something with your derriere instead of somewhere in the corner on your knees in a prayer. Because sometimes you don't need to be praying, you need to be doing. Good question again, Sister Tatanisha. I tell you, you always come through. Yeah, all this praying. Man should always pray and not faith. If you're praying all the time, what the heck you going to get done? And the church doing all this praying, the war is still going on, the country's still jacked up. The sloppy thing you put in office that you said God put in there is still making a mess and a muck and a mire of this country. The church still sitting around like sitting ducks being picked off every week. But everybody praying. Well, we got some prayers answered. I will tell you what happened, but it ain't what you was told. Now, what you didn't give credit ain't going to disrespect you because it knows why you didn't give it credit. But it ain't had nothing to do with what you was told and what you was taught. Because if that was the case, a lot of us would be dead. Because the church folk always praying against each other, always praying against each other's life, praying against people personally. If prayer was that powerful, a lot of us have been dead a long time ago. So don't come to me and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to prayer, because you're going to get embarrassed. Because I'm ready. I was taught well. I prayed and such happened. That ain't what happened. Now, you can't tell me, let's talk. I'll point out to you what happened, because if it happened for you, then that's what worked. Then it should work for everybody. Am I right? That's right. No, yeah. You got to have a favorable prayer. Get out of my face with that. That's psychology. Get out of my face with that psychology. I don't want to hear that. That's a whole nother dynamic right there you done brought out. I'm telling y'all, sometimes folk praying when they should be doing. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you. They just don't want to hear that because we've been stupefied. Walking around being religious instead of being righteous. Actually, it does. Nah. We ain't taught to confront them. We taught to give them the other stuff. Like that makes sense. Give them the rest of it. Listen, free your mind. We have to think around here. We ain't walking around here mindless. Ain't no Bible zombies in here. Nah, we ain't no zombies. Nah, they use prayer so much, and most of them lying. Most of them ain't praying and don't know how to pray. We gonna pray. I'm praying for you. Ain't prayed nothing. Somewhere asleep. And those that do pray, I got a prayer life, and my prayer life is deep. It's this and that. I got news for you. It's more to it than just you think it's a prayer life. It's more a who? Okay. We still alive? Let me tell the church folks something. How are you an intercessor when the Spirit, according to the Bible you carry, say it's the Spirit that make intercession for us? So what we need you for? They getting what? That and Saturday night with a prostitute give them the same effect. Nobody got time to play with these people. You can stop pouring piss on folk and tell them it's lemonade. Stop this stuff. I'm an intercessor. I'm an intercessor. Yeah, okay. They gave you something to do because they don't want to move you no further. I've seen people call the intercessors to pray and they still got kicked out the building. I've seen people call the intercessors to pray and stuff still going on in the land. We need to pray because we don't need no war. The war came the next day. All that interceding. Boom, war. When you believe in things that you don't understand, you suffer. Now, bottom line, they can get mad all they want to. Bottom line, some people that knew better didn't say much because they ain't want no folk turning on them. I met some people years ago that were older and they were more solid, but they didn't say much. Mother Boyd knew them women was going to change after she left because she said it. And they did change, and I tell them in their face they changed. What they going to do? Everybody from Tamara to Dupree, all of them flipped and changed when Mother left. All of them. And she knew it. Watch that video when Mother started telling it. She told it on the video. She told him, said, some of y'all can't be holy unless you're in my face. Now, so a lot of this stuff, when people say, I got a prayer life. No, you don't have a prayer life. You got prayer in your life. Well, I have interceded and something happened. They told you it was interceding. That's not what happened. You're more capable than just interceding. What you can do is far beyond just limiting yourself to just calling yourself somebody that's interceding. And if intercessors were that powerful, we wouldn't be having a lot of the troubles that we're having now, would we? And our people wouldn't be getting maliciously abused and killed and slaughtered while folks still having church. Let me get off this microphone. Who gonna close? Who? You know what? You better stop. You're going to make them mad. Look, they got interceding locked into just church. That's not the case. An ambassador to a country is one that intercedes and represents that country. A lawyer intercedes. They think it's a big deal. I'm an intercessor. You are in an intersection in your car. Listen. Stop acting like it's such a big deal. You interceded for folk to get bread and rocks showed up. Well, that's just what the Lord wanted. What? Folk know how to analyze everything. See, the reason why the Lord sent the rocks is sit down somewhere, grow up. Why don't we tell the truth? We mentally unstable, and religion is one of the reasons. Whether we like it or not, you cannot be religious and righteous and holy. It don't work together. It do not work together because religion got cunning craftiness and trickery in it and manipulation in it that righteousness and holiness don't have. So you can't be righteous and holy and religious. No, you cannot. Whether you like it or not, it's the truth. And for years and years, we've been going around the same old doggone circle with a few of us getting free and everybody else turning on the ones that get free. Y'all so righteous and so holy, go fix them lives y'all tore up that's out there in the street now that don't go to church nowhere no more, that you told supposed to be the next holy wonder. Sit down somewhere. Who want to close? Who want to close? Somebody. Let me get out in front of these people because, look, they don't know me. Look here. Stay tuned on the YouTube channel for The Real Church because I'm going to get down and let them know it's time to grow up and stop telling these lies. All these people out here in this street messed up because of church and we trying to call it holy. And tell how you going to a clean place telling lies every Sunday? Come on, somebody. All that material stuff up there. All that material stuff up there and you supposed to be spiritual. I thought you compared spiritual with spiritual. What the heck all the material goods doing up there? To please what? Man. Because it's a story. Give them hope. Now, well, a lot of H's that you put in people's life, all of them ain't good. who gonna close? Ain't nobody gonna close, give closing comments? Oh, that was an Ashe moment. Thank you very much for those that logged in with us. Let me tell y'all something. I'm trying to be nice about this thing, but let me tell y'all something. I'm on an on-day purpose. I'm on a mission. If you know a church that don't mind somebody coming in there with some hardcore truth, tell them, call me if they need someone to talk to, 864-200-7149. They can call me anytime. I'm ready. I'm ready to come in the building to help somebody. I want to edify the people. It's time out for folk prophesying a bunch of stuff that ain't never going to come to pass. The warehouse with all that stuff you prophesied done burned down a long time ago. Stop lying and stop playing. It's time to come correct. And if you're going to be about the truth, you're going to lose some folk along the way now, and they're going to put a label on you now. So if you can take that, hey, step it up and let's go. Time to be part of the next wave. Consecrate Progressive Community thanks you on behalf of our family here. Spread love, not hate. See you next time. Free your mind.